We're going to talk to you about color, how to select it, how to change it, how to fix it, and how it impacts your photographs. So you've come home from wherever it was that you were when you were taking photographs. You've downloaded your stuff and now you've taken a look at all of them and you're ready to go ahead and start processing some of these. The first thing that I always do once I find out some images that I actually like is ask myself the question, what's wrong with this photograph? If you're choosing to sit down and make some corrections to the photo, then obviously something needs to be changed. I've broken that answer down into 3 parts, one of which I want to cover today. As mentioned in a previous blog post on photonerdsunite.com, color is probably one of the most undervalued and underappreciated components when it comes to photography. Art is an emotional component, and no matter whether you're taking pictures of landscapes during the day, cityscapes at night, portraits of people, or even if you're looking to create more creative edits using textures and grunge patterns, or just looking to do something really outside the box by putting colored gradients and different things like that, you need to consider color and how it's going to impact your photograph and how it's going to make your viewer feel. But that's easier said than done if you don't know ways to go ahead about fixing or adding color to a photograph. So in this 5-part series, I'm going to show you 5 different ways of fixing, changing, adding, selecting color inside of Photoshop. Before we get started with all of the different options of changing color that I'm going to show you how to do, let's get one thing clear.
Are we clear? Yes, sir. Are we clear? Crystal.
These techniques are not specific to the photograph that you're editing. Far too often people get caught up in the fact that they think that just because I'm showing techniques with great imagery that you can't use these techniques for your images. That's just not the case. These techniques are designed to be used with any photograph. It doesn't matter if it's a dog, if it's a picture of a landscape, if it's a picture of your family, of flowers, of your children, in this case a picture of my daughter devouring a cupcake. It doesn't matter if your picture is a fire-breathing unicorn with an assassin kitty on its back. These techniques will work on any photograph. It's which ones you choose and how you apply them that matters. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, let me show you the first of my favorite and most commonly used and easiest color option number 1. Just in case you've never opened up a photograph inside of Photoshop, which I hope is not the case, that would make me really sad. All you have to do is go up to File, choose Open, and pick a picture. Once you choose it, you'll end up right here on the workspace. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, the first thing we're going to do is head down to our adjustment layers and choose a hue and saturation adjustment this way. Once I have the hue and saturation adjustment layer in place, I can make the necessary changes that I want by using the sliders. Saturation will intensify the colors, so I could boost these up, or I could change the hue completely, which will just modify the color. So these red lanterns, for example, we could make them all green. If you make some mistakes and you want to go ahead and reset the adjustments that you've done, just hit this little loop-de-loop back button and it will reset all the adjustments that you've made, putting you right back to 0. And then you can start over again. Now, while the sliders are fantastic, I think you actually get more power when you use this little finger with the arrows here. This to me is a targeted adjustment tool. And the way that it works is when you select it and you go over to the picture, you now have a little eyedropper picker. And so what you're going to do is decide what color exactly do you want to change. For example, if I wanted to brighten up just the yellows in this picture, I'm going to head on over to a part of the photograph that actually has some yellows on it. I'm going to click, and then while I'm holding down my mouse, I'm going to drag the arrow left or right. And you can see here how it's leaving all of the other colors alone, and it's only in fact saturating the yellows in this photograph. So this is a great way to target a specific color in the photograph without changing everything in the picture. What's nice about this too is that you could repeat this process with any other color. So once my yellows were done, if I wanted to change the greens in this picture, I would just bring that little eyedropper tool over to the greens, click and drag, and now that will intensify the greens in the photograph. So now if I want to see a quick before and after of what that looks like, I just click on the little eyeball here. So there's a before and there's an after, and I was able to target just the yellows and just the greens in this photograph, leaving all the reds and all the other colors alone. So this is just one way of picking color. What about the other 4 options that I have? Well, in order to find out, you'll have to head over and check out the next video. As always, thank you so much for your support. If you like this video, go ahead and smash that like button. And if you haven't already done so, we'd love it if you'd subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much. We'll catch you in the next episode.